Well, next to Hearts, who started the day 17 points behind their opponents this afternoon, second bottom Partick Thistle. With relegation to the Championship looking virtually assured for Hearts now, especially following the Derby Day defeat to Hibs, just finding enough players to field the team has become a real struggle. Ryan Stevenson captained what remained of the threadbare Hearts squad. If it wasn't for Hearts, Partick Thistle might be more worried. They'd slumped down the table after 10 games without victory, but they had high hopes for new striker Lyle Taylor, who made his second appearance after arriving on loan from Sheffield United. Commentary comes from Rob McLean.
Kevin McCarthy with the corner kick. The flashing header was from Callum Patterson, and it was a chance close in for the skipper Ryan Stevenson, who I think got in the way initially of the Patterson header, but he couldn't get that finishing touch. Good skills from O'Donnell. In from Taylor Sinclair, and that's Stephen Lawless with a shot on target for Partick Thistle, but not one that was likely to find its way past McDonald. Patterson flicks on the McCarthy throw. Up went Higginbotham, and through goes Lyle Taylor! His first goal for Partick Thistle. The on-loan Sheffield United striker holding off Dylan McGowan and forcing it in off Jamie McDonald. Thistle ahead after 14 minutes. McCarthy's free kick. Jamie Walker. Ryan Stevenson tugged wide of target. Initially Walker trying to wriggle his way through. Every match an important match for Hearts, who lose out there again to a Higginbotham header. Taylor Sinclair in, and Dylan McGowan at full stretch to get on the end of this before Lawless. Higginbotham's corner. Taylor Sinclair scores. Not picked up, and he makes Hearts pay. And it's 2-0 5 minutes before half-time. And the Tynecastle team in deep trouble. In off the post. And can Hearts come back from this? That was Stevenson. Jordan McGee for Callum Patterson. The cross too long. David Smith whips it back in, and Stevenson's header over the top. Couldn't keep that down, Ryan Stevenson, but it was really good play from Smith, and it was a great ball in. Scrapping for everything, Stevenson. And now it's Callum tapping, deflected, back off the bar. It's cruel luck for tapping. This could have gone anywhere, and it took its deflection off Gabriel. Fortunately for Thistle, back off the bar. That's Sam Nicholson, fouled by Stuart Bannigan, and that's a yellow card for the Partick Thistle midfielder, who had a fistful of the Heartsman's shirt. McCarthy's free kick is a major disappointment, asking no questions whatsoever of Partick Thistle. Taylor Sinclair for Bannigan. Oh, that's a bad challenge on McCarthy. Well, it's a second yellow issued by Ian Bryans. Stuart Bannigan is off, and he might well have gone off on the end of a straight red card. This was rash, it was dangerous, and it made contact. In from Stevenson. Jordan McGee had a chance to get Hearts on the score sheet. No joy whatsoever for the home team.
I'd love to be able to put my finger on it. You know, we've got some players that seem to do a lot better away from home than what we do here, but we've got to be brave. When you play at home, you've got to take the ball and get on the ball. In first half, you know, too many times when we had the ball, there wasn't enough options. Second half was better, but you know, as I said, we've got to do it for 90 minutes.
I thought we deserved it. I thought we worked ever so hard. It's been a long time coming, a victory like that, and I thought we showed ugly side today. I don't think we've played as well as we have done, but I thought we deserved the win.
We can't afford to feel sorry for ourselves. We've got to pick ourselves up. We've got another game next week, and we've certainly got to have to do better in terms of the goals that we're losing. We'll have to work hard again on the training ground, which we do. But certainly we can't give away goals as cheaply as that.
On a second appearance for Partick Thistle, Lyle Taylor gets on the score sheet, Stephen. What sort of impact do you think he can have during his time on loan from Sheffield United?
I think you'll see more of what he did today, and that's goals. He's very direct. He gives Partick Thistle a focal point. You see his strength here and his speed. Gets a bit of luck with the finish, but he makes his own luck here with getting across the defender. Great strength, a good touch, and scores in 29 goals last year. And, Partick Thistle, for all their tremendous football and play and possession, have missed the focal point, really. And I think that's what you'll find.
It was a great bit of business bringing him in at this stage, and they needed him. Yeah. Definitely needed him. Watching them play, great build-up play, but they were lacking that player with a bit of power up front.
Well, it was the first time since the 20th of October that Partick Thistle had scored 2 goals in a game, Pat. Chris Doolan, interestingly, got both those goals that day, and he's the man who's gone to the bench now that Lyle Taylor's come in. It'll be disappointing for him, won't it?
It'll be disappointing for him, and there'll be probably opportunities where they probably play the two of them up front, because the big and the small, that works quite well, and he's got a little bit of pace. But it was a big task for him to play up front on his own and almost lead the line. And I think they needed this player to come in. Absolutely great bit of business, as I said, and I think it could actually save Partick Thistle, and it'll be a fight between yourselves and Partick Thistle and all the guys down at the bottom of the. Well, it's there, and that's what you've got to do. You've got to bring in a player that makes an impact.
It's going to be a tough second half of the season for St Mirren, Stephen, I think, if Pat has any way with it. In terms of the Hearts defending, not the first time we've seen poor Hearts defending the season, Stephen, and for the Partick Thistle second goal, there are flaws here in the marking, aren't there?
It's a set piece, isn't it? And I think it's Ryan Stevenson loses the run of Taylor Sinclair. It's a good run from deep, and he curls it right round, but Ryan just loses a yard on him, and that's all you need.
And you would expect the defender, he actually drops back onto the line, the first post man, and he just drops back. He should be going and even attacking that space,
Yeah.
A poor goal.
I think pretty much everybody has now come to the point in their thinking that Hearts will get relegated this season, Pat. If that does happen, how much of a loss are Hearts to Scotland's top flight?
I think it's a huge loss, and it's very disappointing for the fans up there. Romanov's got a lot to answer for, to be honest, and that's the danger of bringing outside investors when this turns into such a nightmare for them, But it's another derby gone. It's another big derby gone, and they've got such a broad fan base,
The fans have been incredible through the whole thing. You've got to say that the home support's been unbelievable, but even the away support, the fans that came to St Mirren Park the other week, the supporters have been immense through this season.
What was it, 20? Was it a full house at the last derby game?
That's right, against
which is phenomenal in this current climate we live in, that you have a full house there and then suddenly next year is gone.
Are Hearts gone as far as you're concerned?
I'm not going to say that, no, but with every week that passes, it's getting more and more difficult, and the young players are showing an awful lot of fight and determination, but it's extremely difficult.
The problem they have also, they can't bring players in like the rest of the teams. That's the unfortunate bit about it. And today I think Ryan Stevenson probably was one of their most only experienced player in that team. It was all young kids. You just can't survive with that.
I think they need to have a chat with our pal Michael.